Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Paul TV. I had to take a few weeks off. I was having some health issues, so I wasn't ready to have another episode, but here I am now. This week we have with us Craig Lee Smith, a very awesome folk country artist, so we'll be doing that. Also, we're going to be playing Benny Garland from Hedonistic Pleasures, and we'll get to listen to a little bit about what he's doing. And also Mel Robertson, a very good country music singer. And again, she's from Melbourne. So we're going to go ahead and get started right now. So let's start the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's interview. And this week we have with us Craig Lee Smith from Melbourne. How you doing there, Craig?
Fine, thanks, Paul.
Okay. Well, we're glad you can be here on Ben TV this week. First of all, let me see. How did you get started in the music business? I mean, was it something that you grew up on when you were a little child? Excuse me. Maybe you can give me a little bit of background on that.
Well, I've always liked dabbling in music when I was younger. Like when I was in high school, we had music classes, and I used to sing and all that, and I sang in school choirs, and then when I left school, I started learning to play the harmonica. So I thought it would be a really good instrument to play, and I've always liked the sound of the harmonica and still do. So I played the harmonica for a few years, and then decided to play guitar after going to music stores and trying out various brands of guitars. So I thought I got some birthday money one year and decided to buy a guitar out of that, and I've been strumming my guitar ever since, and writing my first song not long after.
Oh, that's good. And how long have you been a musician from the time you started up until now?
About 18 years that I've played the guitar, and 22 years with the harmonica.
Oh, okay. Who are your influences on? Because I know you're in the country slash folk, I guess, genre. Are there any kind of influences that influence you to play along the years?
Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash, Jimmy Rogers. That's 1930s hillbilly country singer Jimmy Rogers, and a few other artists in the country and folk genre. And the Cowboy Junkies is another influence of mine, because I started playing harmonica not long after I heard their song "Sun Comes Up, It's Tuesday Morning." I remember hearing that on Triple J one afternoon coming home from work, and I found it such a great song, I decided I'll take up the harmonica after that. So these are my influences on my music career.
Yeah, those are some good bands, actually. I like a lot of those bands you just mentioned. You got any albums out that you want to talk about?
I have a few albums. I did, my most recent album is called Freshly Brewed Country, which I recorded in 2009. And it has various guest musicians playing lap steel guitar, pedal steel, electric guitar, bass, drum, and it just ended up sounding really good.
Let's see here. Are you coming out with any new music in the future? Are you going to come out with another CD?
Yes, I'm still writing a lot of new songs, but just sort of like my budget has sort of been a lot tighter recently, so I'll just wait till I have enough money to do so. But hopefully I'll try and get something out. Like I'll probably release, like, say, a 3-track CD in the future rather than a full album.
Right. Let's see, and can you tell us where we would go to get some of your music? I'm sure it's on like iTunes and Amazon and some of those other places.
That's correct. You can get them on iTunes, Amazon, and also from my website, which is www.reverbnation.com/Craig Lee Smith.
Okay. Well, we'll have to try to get some music from you then. I've heard a few of your songs. They're very good, by the way. So.
Thanks very much.
Let's see. I guess that's really about all the time we have this week. But again, we wanted to thank you for coming by, Craig, and talking with us. And you're welcome back anytime if you have something new you want to plug or whatever. And we'll be glad to have you back.
Sure, no problems, Paul. It's been great talking to you.
Okay, and we appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much. Bye. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Red rattler, chugging along the track towards its destination where it heads straight back. Speeding through the countryside across the mighty plains, Red Rattler, that is its name. Red Rattler, the carriages are painted red. Looks so distinctive you can see it in your head. Pulled by a locomotive that is powered by steam. Seeing it in action is a rail lover's dream. One carriage is first class, the other's economy. Divided in compartments for that extra luxury. Throughout the interior, the panels made of wood. Decked in an Art Deco style in the 30s, that was good. The train left the station down on Spencer Street. When it starts to move, you know you're in for a treat. Zooming past the suburbs, then you hit the countryside. See the hills and valleys that look so far and wide. At the next major station, there is a refreshment stall. The train stops so you can buy your pies, drinks and all. The train then rattles on the rails along its merry way. Until it hits that terminus, it is there the train will stay. Red Rattler, chugging along the track towards its destination where it heads straight back. Speeding through the countryside across the mighty plains, Red Rattler, that is its name. The old red rattlers, they don't run them anymore. Superseded by more modern carriages galore. Even the old tracks they used to run have disappeared. Sad to see them go, the worst they have bid. The carriages weren't sold off to people as they please. Some turn into storerooms, others cafes, B&Bs. The memories still linger on, ask any railroad tattler. There's nothing like the charm of the old Red Rattler. Red Rattler, chugging along the track towards its destination where it heads straight back. Speeding through the countryside across the mighty plains, Red Rattler, that is its name. Red Rattler, that is its name. Red Rattler, that is its name.
Hello, I'm Paul, and we're here with another interview. And today we're talking with Benny Garland, the lead singer of Hedonistic Pleasures. How you doing, Benny?
Very well, thanks, Paul. Nice to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you too. Let's start off by talking about your background. Now, how did you start in the music business? Was it did you kind of grow up with music, or did you just kind of, do you have any, like, what do you call it, influences? That's the word I'm trying to think.
Well, pretty much my old man had a guitar, so I used to strum that when I was like 3, 4 years old. Used to listen to the local music stations and pick up and strum along, but I didn't get formal lessons probably until I was like 6, 7. But yeah, from there pretty much I just got into high school, played with other musicians in high school, and then by the time I was 18 I was in a band. But yeah, that was an old band, The Negotiators, and I was actually quite lucky there because I was 18, fresh out of high school at the time, and I ended up playing a band full of well-established music all in there.
So you were even interested in music back then, the 30s and 40s, did you say?
Oh, no, that's how old the people I was in a band with. So I was 18, I was the lead guitarist, and yeah, these guys have been playing around Melbourne for years. Like the bass player was actually a trumpet player, and he played for, I don't know, you might not have heard him, but he's big in Australia, John Farnham. I played with John Farnham and in the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, so he done the rounds, and yeah, it was great to play with people that have been there and done that.
So your band was pretty much, did it consist of like your schoolmates from high school, or how did you exactly meet?
No, like I said, all these guys were a lot older than me. They're like in their 30s and 40s. So yeah, pretty much they just heard I was a guitarist from around town, you know, done the old-fashioned way, called me up and said, you want to come down for a jam? Came down, and after that, we were a band.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, it was great.
So do you have any albums have you come out with?
With my current band at the moment, we've actually released our album, it would have been late last year, and yeah, it's called Pleasure for the Masses. And it's a 13-track LP. But yeah, it was all recorded in my studio. So I've got a studio here, and my bass player is actually a sound engineer, so he's gone to uni, and
okay,
yeah,
and you can download that online, right?
So it's quite handy.
Okay. Did you say iTunes?
Yep, absolutely. It's on iTunes.
Okay.
iTunes. So if you just looked in, yep, iTunes. If you typed in Benny, well, man, yeah, the Hedonistic Pleasures.
Yeah,
Pleasure for the
that's why I
Masses.
asked you. I didn't know if you're on iTunes. I'm a big iTunes promoter, and I've been doing that a lot on these interviews. So,
no, good stuff. Yeah, I reckon it's one of the best mediums to get your music across, you know, and everyone's going digital these days. Unlike when I was 16, so the landscape of music has definitely changed.
I also need to say something too. I should have done that just at the beginning, but you're Ezra Cahuna's band, right? Okay.
I'm
I was wondering
with his
because I just want to let everybody out there know that I don't know if you're aware of this, but his band Sticks and Stones fell apart. Their bassist and lead guitarist just disappeared out of thin air. He doesn't know where they are. So right now he's looking for a new bass guitarist and a lead guitarist. So if you're watching this right now, go to Big Kahuna Productions on Facebook and apply within, and Ezra will take care of it. So I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Definitely, and I can.
Yeah,
I'll give a shout out to him too. You know, it's well worth it. He's got his
out of the way. So, well,
Yep. But no, like I've known him for a long time, and I've jammed with him numerous occasions, played numerous shows, and also, yeah, he's organised numerous gigs around this area. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell that we're just about out of time, but I hope you'll. I hope you continue success in your career, and I just want to let you know that I've enjoyed our interview here, and you're welcome back anytime. And if you have something else you want to promote or whatever, so I just thought I'd let you know that. Okay, and
thank you very much, Paul. Thanks for having me. song's called Little Pill. No, there is a little pill that doctors give you when you are ill. Even though it's wrapped and kind of small, they'll never be a devil. No, there's a little drunk. So my car about the dingy old strip pump seems kind of cheap at $25 drop. But once you've seen heaven, it's hard to stop. I've seen my pot of gold flash before my eyes and thought synthetic with the hope. Well, I tried to chase it from the extremities of my mind. Flash before my eyes, before a setback with the hope. I tried to chase it from the extremities of my mind.
And welcome to this week's interview. And this week we have with us Melissa Robertson from Sydney. How you doing, Melissa?
Good, thanks.
Okay.
How are you, Paul? Okay.
I'm doing pretty good. We're glad that you could join us on NTV this week. But let me go ahead and start by asking your first question. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your background, how you started in the music business, and maybe you can give me some of your influences as well.
Okay, yeah. Well, I really started back when I was 16, singing at school for school musicals and things like that. And I actually went on to do classical training as well. And so, opera and the whole kit and caboodle. And and then really I had children after that. And so I sort of didn't do anything for a long time. And then I came back in about 10 years later and I just started going to country music clubs and singing there. And then I began to write my own music. And that's how it all came about, how the EP and the album have come about.
Okay. As I said a minute ago, we wondered what kind of influences you have. I mean, are you pretty influenced with a lot of the American country bands? I mean, there's like Reba McEntire, Dolly Parton, maybe they influenced you. I don't know.
I guess the fact that I grew up with Dolly Parton probably was an influence. However, I tend to think that I was more influenced by Joni Mitchell and James Taylor, you know, Bob Dylan, around those kind of singer-songwriter style artists, yeah, rather than actually country music. But having said that, I really loved Anne Murray, who certainly influenced me a fair bit too. So, yeah.
Okay. And I think a minute ago, I think you just mentioned the fact that you had an EP out.
That's right. Right. Yeah.
Where exactly can we get that if we decide to buy it? I mean, it's not like iTunes, Amazon, or maybe your website sells it.
Tradandnow.com is the place to go to get my EP. Yeah, it's not actually on, I don't think it's on iTunes, although Ride of Your Life would be the song Ride of Your Life, because it's been on a compilation disc, so that would be on iTunes. But yes, my album is certainly on iTunes, Amazon, and CD Baby. So, and Trad and Now as well, which is a big folk website. So, yeah, because I'm country folk, I sort of cross over.
Okay.
So that's how that works. Yeah.
What's the name of your album again?
My Beautiful World.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. I know a lot of people will rush out and buy your albums. Let's put, you know.
Oh, great! Thanks.
Let's see. So, I guess that's pretty much all I have for you right now. But I wanted to thank you for coming by, and you're welcome back anytime. And even especially if you want to plug a new album of yours, you know, we'll be more than happy to have you back, and maybe you can plug a little something for us then. And so we, once again, we appreciate you coming by, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Paul. This is called My Beautiful World, and this has reached the top 25 songs in the Australian Songwriting Association's competition, both last year and this year. I hope you enjoy it. Won't you walk with me? And I'll take you on a path of dreams, where the mountains meet the me in my beautiful world. It's my beautiful